Okay guys, we got another game going here. I still have yet to post last week's game, but so I'll be probably posting both of them tonight. I'm going to try something a little bit different with my Mandrake list. This time I'm still fielding the full 18 troop choices. One with 2 splinter cannons and a shredder, and then the other one with 2 dark lances. And then I have my decapitator, a squad of 10 mandrakes, and what I'm doing this time is I'm breaking one squad of 10 mandrakes into 2 squads of 5 mandrakes. I know last time I had talked about how I like to field full troops, but I'm just trying something different. And like I've said before in one of my other posts, it's always good to try something different, and that way even when you're playing against your opponents, because then they can't always predict what you're going to be doing every game. So like I said, I'm trying something different, and I'm going to field 2 squads of 5 mandrakes, 1 squad of 10 mandrakes. Alright, for the Space Marines, we got the same forces that we've had the last couple weeks. We got the just a troop choice with a chapter master attached to it. We're going to be playing with a unit of 10 troops. And then you have the Terminators and a squad of Assault Terminators. I mean, not Assault Terminators, but Assault with proxied units. Okay, the game is Annihilation. Table is Spearhead. The Marines won the role for who gets choice. They deferred it to the Dark Eldars. I am going to have my Dark Eldars placed here. So that will force the Marines to be placed here. Gives them a little bit of an open space for me to kind of hopefully take a few out. And that is it. So, alright, so here is my deployment for the Dark Eldars. Dark Lances here. Group of 5 mandrakes. Got a clear line of sight to some troops over there. The other warriors are right here. Mandrakes there. And my group of 10 mandrakes with the decapitator behind there. I chose not to put any in a hidden deployment just because I plan on using the mandrakes to preoccupy my opponent. Not really do much for damage, but that's what I'm hoping to do. The Marines here, they have their Terminators in a line of open fire shot against the Dark Eldars. The troop of 10 has 2 units that got line of sight. Looks like they're going to try to use the rocket launcher and then maybe use cover saves if they have to, since the rest of the troops are all hidden behind the structure. The Assault Marines, they're right butt up against the structure, so it looks like they might be jumping right over the terrain. And then the other troops with the Master Chief, or Chapter Master I should say, is in the back, holding up the rear. Okay, for turn 1 for the Dark Eldars, this group of mandrakes, they moved from their position over there to here. They moved 6, and then they were able to fleet 6. These mandrakes, they moved their 6 and were able to fleet 4. The warriors, they moved their 6 but were only able to fleet 2, so they didn't get to move very far, but they got more line of sight. These mandrakes managed to move their 6 inches and then they fleeted 4. These warriors here moved 6 and only were able to fleet 2 inches. And Decapitator just moved as far as he could and still keep his 2 inches away from the units. So that's it for the Dark Eldars turn. Because of moving the warrior troops, my Dark Lances were not able to shoot this turn. So no shooting for the turn 1 phase of Dark Eldar. The Marines have moved their Terminators forward. They have yet to shoot, but the Chapter Master is going to use his orbital bombardment on that group of forces over there. So we have yet to roll for that. And that is it. These troops here with the missile launchers, they have yet to shoot as well. But right now we're going to roll for the result of the orbital bombardment, and we'll see how it goes. The ordnance that was fired from the chapter master took out 2 mandrakes and took out 4 dark eldars. The dark eldars did not go to ground against it. I just chose to take the losses since it was below the 25%. I just don't want to have the troops go to ground yet. But yeah, so it was a pretty good hit from the Marines so far with an ordnance hitting straight on. I should also mention that both troops, the Mandrakes and the Warriors, they saved their pinning test against the ordnance. I had forgot to mention that. So they have saved their pinning test. The Terminators here fired upon the Mandrakes and took out 3 of them. The Mandrakes did make their leadership test, so they're still there. The Marine here with the missile launcher has fired his frag missile at this group here, and now we're going to roll to see if they hit. Alright, so the frag missile took out of the 4 warriors it hit, took out 3, and so not enough to force the warriors to make a leadership test, so they're still in the game here. That is the end of turn 1 for the Marines. Turn 2 for the Dark Eldars. The warriors with the Dark Lances, they fired at the Terminators. They scored 1 hit with a splinter rifle, but the Terminators were able to save against that with their armor save. And the 2 Dark Lances, they hit. The Terminators used the cover save of shooting through all these mandrakes in the middle. So, but with the 4+ cover save, they still failed, and 2 Terminators were destroyed. The Terminators made their leadership test, so they're still in combat. These mandrakes here all fired at the remaining Terminators and scored some hits, but weren't able to penetrate their armor. These mandrakes here will be assaulting the 3 that are left. Alright, well, the mandrakes, the 2 that assaulted the Terminators, they scored very well for their hits. All attacks hit, but when come to wounding, they only scored